Good morning, Jai Swaminarayan students. Now let us start with unit number 1, Introduction to Cloud Technologies, 8th semester, session 2021, and subject code is 2180712. This is Professor Vijay Gadhavi. Now outline and agendas of unit number 1. The first we need to start with the introduction. Why we need a cloud computing? Few examples. What is a cloud computing? Architecture of cloud computing, types of cloud computing, key properties, advantage and disadvantage. This is just outlined topics of unit number 1. As per syllabus and GTU curriculum, we need to cover introduction, history, few service options, deployment model and business concern. First, what is a cloud computing? आपके सभी अभी एक्साइट होंगे कि भाई क्या है उसकी डेफिनेशन जान. तो क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग इज द ऑन डिमांड अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ कंप्यूटर सिस्टम रिसोर्सेज. अभी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन होगा कंप्यूटर सिस्टम रिसोर्स क्या है सर? कंप्यूटर सिस्टम रिसोर्सेज आर सिंपली फिजिकल और वर्चुअल कंपोनेंट्स of limited availability within a computer system. Every device connected to a computer system is a resource. अब कंप्यूटर सिस्टम में कितने रिसोर्सेज है जो फिजिकली कनेक्टेड है, वो सारे रिसोर्सेज आप काउंट कर सकते हो. ठीक है. स्पेशली डेटा स्टोरेज, कंप्यूटिंग पावर विदाउट डायरेक्ट active management by the user. फिर से I repeat, cloud computing is the on-demand availability of computer system resource, especially data storage, that means cloud storage, computing power, without direct active management by the user. The term is generally used to describe a data center available to many users over the internet. Data center क्या है? Is a building, dedicated space within a building or a group of buildings used to house computer systems and associated components such as a telecommunication and storage systems, which is available to many users over the internet. Large clouds often have functions distributed over multiple locations from central servers. Server क्या है? Server is a piece of computer hardware or a software that provide functionality for other programs or devices called as a client. ओके. क्लाइंट सर्वर मॉडल ऑलरेडी आपने पढ़ा हुआ है. सर्वर कैन प्रोवाइड वेरियस फंक्शनैलिटी कंसर्न डेटा एंड रिसोर्सेज. देन इफ द कनेक्शन टू द यूजर is relatively close, it may be designated an edge server. That means not connected server. Content distribution network, CDN, is one of the example. Content delivery network, it is just a geographically distributed network of proxy servers and their data centers. फिर से I repeat, basic definition आपको memorize करनी है. Cloud computing is a on-demand availability of computer system resources, especially data storage and computer power, without direct active management by the user. Without direct active management by user. This term is generally used to describe a data center available to many users over internet. Okay. Now आगे, cloud may be limited to a single organization. दैट मीन्स आप उसे एंटरप्राइज क्लाउड भी बोल सकते हैं और भी अवेलेबल टू मल्टीपल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. दैट मीन्स public cloud. Cloud computing relies on sharing of resources to achieve coherence and economics of scale. Economic of scale are the cost advantage that enterprises obtain due to their scale of operation, with cost per unit of output decreasing with increasing scale. Okay. Now, public and hybrid cloud, not there. Cloud computing allows companies to avoid or minimize upfront IT infrastructure cost. नाउ अगर आपको एक डेटा सेंटर या वर्क स्टेशन डेवलप करना है तो आप IT इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर कोस्ट तो आपको लगेगी, तो इसके एक्सपेंसेस से आप कैसे बेयर कर पाओगे. दैट मीन्स वर्क स्टेशन एंड डेटा सेंटर और जो भी छोटा सा सेटअप आप अपना पब्लिक या प्राइवेट क्लाउड आप सेटअप कर रहे हो, फिर भी आपको रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल रिसोर्सेज में एक्सपेंस रहेगा. ठीक है. देयर ऑल द थिंग्स आर कंसिडर इन IT इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर्स. इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर is a set of information technology components that are the foundation of an IT services. The physical component and software and network component all are considered in IT infrastructures. Now, proponents also claim that the cloud computing is provide the enterprise to get their application up and running faster with improved manageability and less maintenance, and that it enable IT team to more rapidly adjust resources to meet fluctuating and unpredictable demand. It provides the burst computing capability like a high computing power at certain period of peak demand. Cloud providers typically use a pay-as-you-go model. That means which can lead to unexpected operating expenses if administrators are not familiarized with cloud pricing model. Pay-as-you-go model, that means आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से आपको रिसोर्सेज परचेस करने हैं. अनवांटेड रिसोर्सेज का आपको पे नहीं करना है और उसकी डिमांड भी नहीं करनी. ठीक है. देन द अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ हाई कैपेसिटी नेटवर्क, low cost computers and storage devices, as well as the widespread adoption of hardware virtualization, service oriented architecture, autonomic utility computer has led to growth in cloud computing. In 2019, the Linux was the most widely used operating system. This is just an example included in Microsoft, and it's a describe the dominant. The cloud services provider CSP will screen, keep up and gather data about the firewalls, intrusion identification, is a counteractive action framework and information stream inside the network. This is just a basic introduction of cloud. बट हमें थोड़ा हिस्ट्री भी पता होना चाहिए. हिस्ट्री का पार्ट में आप देख सकते हैं कि क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग वॉज पॉपुलराइज विद Amazon.com. It's realizing its elastic compute cloud. This is one of the leading product in 2006 by AWS Amazon. Reference to the phrase cloud computing appeared as early in 1996 with the first known mention a compact internal document. The cloud symbol was used to represent network or computing equipment in the original ARPANET by early as 1977 and CSNet by 1981. Both processors to the internet itself. The word cloud was used as a metaphor for the internet, and the standardized cloud like shape was used to denote a network on telephony schematics. With this simplification, the implication is that the specifies of how the endpoint of network are connected are not relevant to understand the diagram. The term cloud was used to refer to platform for distributed computing as early as 1993 when Apple spin-off General Magic and AT&T used it in describing their pairs. Telescript and Personal Link Technologies, the two are MNCs, in Wired's April 1994 feature Bill and Andy's Excellent Adventure Part 2, and Andy Hartsfield commented on Telescript, General Magic's distributed programming language. These all are the just historical part for knowledge concern. In early histories, the VRC starts since 1960s, but not mandatory. In we start with 2000. In August 2006, Amazon created subsidiary Amazon Web Services and introduced its Elastic Compute Cloud EC2. In April 2008, Google released the beta version of Google App Engine. In 2008, NASA's Nebula enhanced the Reservoir European Commission funded project. This is a hybrid cloud for the Federation of Clouds. By mid-2008, Gartner saw an opportunity for cloud computing to shape the relationship among consumers of IT services. In 2008, the US National Science Foundation began the Cluster Exploratory. Now we research Google IBM cluster technology, which is used to analyze a massive amount of data. In 2009, the government of France announced a project for Sovereign Cloud, the national cloud computing with government to spend 285 million pounds. The initiative failed by CloudWatt was shut down on 1st February 2020. We see the history since 2000 to 2010. At latest, we are using in 2019-20, the Linux is the most used on Microsoft Azure. Commonly referred to as Azure, it is a cloud computing service created by Microsoft for building, testing, deploying and managing application and services of Microsoft managed data centers. It provides software as a service, platform as a service and security as a service. Now similar concepts are the goal of cloud computing is to allow user to take a benefit from all of these technologies without the need for deep knowledge about or expertise with each one of them. The cloud aims to cut cost and help the users focus on their core business instead of being impaired by IT obstacles. First, as a traditional computing, we are used the data to store on single computer. Data can be deleted or damaged or lost. Then PC-centric system, the document and file are located in single machine or a small local area network. Then in PC-centric system, it cannot access from anywhere. That means some kind of access limitations are there. Then question is why we need a cloud? Why we need a cloud computing? First, a data recovery. It is most important factor. Authentication is also provided by cloud. Less expensive, pay per use. Pay per use already we discussed before a 10-minute. Pay as you go model. Okay, remote access is possible. Then this is a basic requirement of a cloud computing. Why we require a cloud? This is just simply you seen in figure the client server and two basic functionalities, what kind of facilities, what kind of services we cover from cloud. Simply, the goal of cloud computing is to allow user to take a benefit from all of these technologies. Mainly, it is used for virtualization. Virtualization is just a software separate a physical computing device into one or more virtual device, each of which can be easily used and managed to perform computing tasks with operating system level virtualization. Here we see the virtualization is provide the agility required to speed up IT operation and reduce the cost by increasing infrastructure utilization. Cloud computing uses a concept from utility computing to provide a matrix from the services used. Cloud computing attempt to address a quality of service and reliability problems of other grid computing models. The cloud computing it shares a few basic characteristics also. First is it provide a client server model, computer bureau, grid computing, fog computing, mainframe computers, utility computing, peer-to-peer, green computing and cloud sandbox. This is basic share characteristics. Now the main characteristics of a cloud is the following key characteristics are available. First is agility, in which we cover capital expenditures and operational expenditures. Device and location independence, maintenance, multi-tenancy, performance, productivity and security. As per National Institute of Standards and Technologies definition of cloud computing is identify 5 essential characteristics. First, on-demand self-service, broad network access, resource pooling, rapid elasticity, major services. Few basic service model are also available. Though service-oriented architectures is introduced everything as a service with EAAS and XAAS. It simply as cloud computing providers offer their service according to different model of which the 3 standard model per NIST are infrastructure as a service, platform as a service and software as a service. These models offer increasing abstraction. They are often ported layer in a stack, infrastructure platform and a software as a service, but this need not be related. For example, one can provide a SaaS implemented on physical machine without using underlying PaaS or IaaS. That means platform and infrastructure layers. And conversely, one can run a program on infrastructure as a service and access it directly without wrapping it as a software as a services. This is just a basic scenario. Now here we discuss once again the definitions is a large group of interconnected computers is extend beyond a single company enterprise. That means public and private and access via the internet. This is a basic architectures. The cloud contains services, individual user connected to the cloud. Cloud seen as a single application, device, a document, and the hardware in the cloud is invisible because all the services are provided by service providers. The types: first is a public cloud and private cloud. The key properties we are already discussed is a user-centric, is a powerful, is accessible, intelligent, and programmable. Now, next contents we are covered in the next lecture. Thank you. Jai Swaminarayan.